Hey guys, so I have something really exciting for you today. What I'm about to show you are some new colors from justpigments.com. And I have been ordering from this company for years and years. I don't even know how long at this point. I have so many pigments from them. And the great thing about these are they are cost effective because they're not expensive and a little bit goes a long way. So it's much cheaper than buying like traditional types of makeup. And in today's economy, we want to try to save money everywhere we can, right? So, something I should tell you before I show you these pigments, though, is when they send them to you, I have the new 10 Brilliant Color sample pack, Color Shift sample pack. They send them to you in little plastic envelopes, okay? And those aren't very user friendly, so you're going to need to transfer them to something else. Now, I've tried buying all different kinds of packaging, and what I think is your best bet are these. These are from Dollar Tree. They're by Crafters Square. It's $1.25. You get 9 containers and you get a box to put them in. So you get these containers like this that have a top on them. I transfer my pigments to these types of containers and then store them in these boxes, and then I can stack the boxes, and it just keeps them from going all over the place. And then I buy labels. I get the Ivory round multi-use labels at Walmart, and they look like that. And then I put a label on the front of the container and a label on the back. The label on the front is going to tell me what pigment it is, and then on the back I put like any safety instructions. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So this magic that you see on my eyes right now is one of the new pigments. This is the violet, blue, purple, green. Isn't that stunning? So that's what I have written on the front, and then on the back I have not for use on lips. So that way, if I want to do something else with the pigment, use it in a different way, I'll know that, not to make lip gloss or anything with this because this one isn't safe for the lips. So whenever you order from them, make sure you read the safety instructions so that you know that it's going to work for what you want to use it for. And these sample packs are great because then you can try out different colors, and if you fall in love with one particular color, you can buy a larger quantity of it. And I have an example for you. This is their Irradiant white pigment, and 30 grams is the full size. And I have like the jumbo size of this because I like to use this as a face highlighter. And I actually have it on today, but I have it on very sparingly because I didn't want to overwhelm my look because I wanted the pigment that's on my eyes to be the star of the show. But the thing with pigments is, in order to really unlock their full potential, you have to put them over a black base. So I do have this over a black base so that when I turn my head, you can see all the colors because it's violet, blue, purple, and green. And depending on what angle I tilt my head, you can see all 4 colors. So it used to be that you could just walk into any drugstore and buy a black base to use under pigments, but unfortunately the companies that used to make them seem to have discontinued them. I have a Maybelline color tattoo in Risk Maker today. This is what I normally use under them, but I didn't do it today because I said, well, that isn't fair because they're not making this anymore, so nobody will be able to get this. So I wanted to use something today that you would be able to get. I woke up in the middle of the night and it was like a light bulb going off in my head, and I thought, I know the perfect thing to use under these pigments, and everybody most likely already has it in their makeup collection, which is even better because then you don't have to buy anything, right? and that is a matte black eyeliner. Because think about it, eyeliners are made in such a way that they're not going to move or migrate, or not going to be a problem with them creasing or anything like that. So I went into my collection and I grabbed my Ioni pencil eyeliner in black from Dollar Tree, so only $1.25. And that is what I have underneath this pigment today. So you probably already have a matte black eyeliner in your collection if you're into makeup, right? And if you don't, you can get one on the cheap. And of course, if you can't find that, because Ioni displays are like touch and go, you know, they're there and then they're not there, and then something else comes along, and it's not always that easy to get things from Dollar Tree. So you can easily get another matte black eyeliner by pretty much any company that makes eyeliners at any price point. So yeah, you're going to need a black base, but look at that gorgeousness and the complexity. When they sent this to me, they did send me this sample pack. I looked at all the different colors and I said, oh, I definitely know where I'm starting with this, with the violet, blue, purple, green, because this is the one that spoke to me, you know? So I'm going to show you the other colors, but I will most definitely be doing some more videos showcasing some of the other colors. And if there's any one in particular that speaks to you that you would like me to do a video with, leave it in the comment section and I will do that. So I'm just going to take you through one by one now and show them to you. So for only $15.50 is what this sample pack would cost if I had paid for it myself. So you get 10 colors for 15 bucks, and I'm telling you, one sample size of any of these will last you a long time, because the way I apply them is I took my eyeliner and put that on first and just blended it out with like a small round eyeshadow brush. This is brand new. I just got this yesterday, and that'll be in an upcoming video because I have some other things that I bought at the same store. But anyways, then I dip of the same type of eyeshadow brush. This one is from AOA Studio, which is shopmissa.com's brand. And I just dip this into the little container of pigment. And you don't need a lot. Don't use a lot or you're going to have fallout on your face. So just take a small amount and then tap it on the inside cover to get off the excess. And then you're going to just tap it, press it onto that black base. You might want to do your eyes first, just in case you do get any fallout on your face by accident. Then you can wipe it off before you begin your face makeup. But that's all I did, was I just pressed it and tapped it on there. And yeah, you just want to use a small amount. But one container of the sample size will last you a long time, unless you drop it, which I have been known to do. And let me tell you, it makes a real mess if you do. So just treat these like they are explosives. Just be very careful when you handle your containers, because if you have ever worked with glitter before, then you know that it's intense and it will make a mess if you drop it. So just be careful. All right, so let's get started. Let me show you what this sample pack includes. Okay, so this one is yellow, green, red. So that comes off like a gold. I'm trying to figure out the best way to show you. There we go. Okay. The next one is blue, violet, green. So this has a very strong, you can see all three colors, and some are a little more dominant in the mixture than other. This next one is red, mauve, blue. And some people refer to these as multi-chromes because you can see all the different colors. Ooh, that's a good one. That's really pretty. This next one is orange, yellow, red. And these are all new colors from Just Pigments because they've had the, multi-chrome pigments, or chameleon as they call them, on their site already. But these are all new color combinations. The next one is blue turquoise. So this one is a duochrome. Oh, that is gorgeous. I love it. Okay, the next one is blue aqua yellow. Oh, that's so pretty too. It's all subjective in terms of what you like because everybody likes different things. So there's lots of things to choose from. This next one is mauve, blue, green. This is quite similar to one of the other ones that I showed you. The next one is gold, blue, green. And last but not least, this one is pink, blue, green, but it looks white on camera. But when you put it over the black base, that's when you'll be able to see the colors. But so that's why the black base is important, because the black base is what really brings these things to life and shows you the complexity of the product. And this particular color, you have to put it over a black base in order to get the colors to come out. So let me show you what I mean. So they've changed their packaging, and when you remove this bag on the outside, the bag inside has got the piece on the top. You have to tear it. I prefer to just cut it with scissors. And then once you cut that off, then you can open the plastic envelope. And I understand why they did that, because they don't want it to open in shipping and make a great big mess. So I'm going to transfer that to one of my containers, not on camera because I want to be very careful that I don't spill this. Okay, so I transferred it to one of my little containers and I made a label that says pink, blue, green, and then on the bottom I made a label that says safe for all, because it just said safe for cosmetic use on it, so that typically means that it's safe for everything. So I'm going to take some of my black eyeliner from Ioni, and then I'm just going to blend it a little bit, and then I'm going to dip my finger into the pigment and see, you can even see it on my finger before I even put it on the part that I just blended. And so using a brush, you're going to want to tap this on. I'm using my fingers just to show you. But look at that. So that was pink, blue, and green. But say the color shows up when you put it over the black. And it's more intense on my finger because that's where I brought the pigment from. But if you put this much on your eyes, you'd get fallout. So you just want to, tap a small amount onto your hand. When you're transferring these to containers, put something down on the table, because nobody's perfect and you're going to accidentally get a little bit of pigment on the table. I have some on the table in front of me right now, but I keep a placemat on my filming area because I have been known to spill things many times. So yeah, that's what the pink, blue, green looks like over a black gray base. So yeah, the colors show up once you put the black base down. So if you saw any particular pigment there that really spoke to you, leave it in the comments section and I'll do a video using that pigment. I hope you enjoyed this video, and this company is awesome, you guys. The people that work there are very nice, and if you ever have a question or anything, you know, they will answer you. They have an Instagram, and I'll put a link in the description box of their website and of their Instagram so that you can check it out. They like to post pictures, sample pictures, but these pigments are used for much more than cosmetics. I mean, people order large amounts and paint their car with them. They're used for all different kinds of industries, you know? So that's it, you guys. Hope you enjoyed this. And if you like this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already. And I'll see you next time. Bye.